Welcome back. Today we're rolling into the future with the 2026 Caterpillar D9T, a legendary dozer that's just been reimagined for a new era of raw earth-moving dominance. If you've ever stood next to a D9, you know it's not just a machine, it's a statement. And this latest model takes everything operators love about the D9 lineage and cranks it up to a level that feels almost unfair to the dirt beneath it. So let's climb around, climb in, fire it up, and see what this mechanical juggernaut is truly capable of, from exterior muscle to interior comfort, performance specs that make rival machines sweat, and of course, how much cash you'll have to drop if you want one parked on your job site. Stick around, because this one is a monster. First impressions. The 2026 D9T still looks like pure intimidation on tracks. But you can immediately tell Caterpillar refined the design for both efficiency and aggression. The frame is iconic, with that squared-off blade front battle tank stance. But now the lines are smoother, airflow is enhanced, and visibility from the cab got a serious upgrade. The updated sloped hood drops lower into the front frame, meaning operators get a better sightline over the blade. A huge plus for precision work in tight or sloped terrain. Let's start at the business end. The blade. The 2026 D9T comes standard with a high-capacity semi-universal blade, redesigned with reinforced curvature for better load carry and reduced material spill. With over 13 cubic yards of capacity and brute downforce, thanks to improved hydraulic response, this thing doesn't push dirt, it bullies it. The mounting frame has been reworked too, making it easier to swap to a U-blade for max carry or a straight blade for fine grading work depending on your mission. Walking around to the sides. The real muscle becomes obvious, the updated track system. Caterpillar upgraded to next-gen sealed and lubricated track rollers for longer life, quieter travel, and smoother grade transitions. The tall, high-drive sprocket configuration remains, giving the D9T that signature stance and torque geometry operators love, but now paired with intelligent auto-tension monitoring. No more guessing. The machine tells you when track tension is ideal or needs adjustment. Along the side panels. You'll notice wider service doors with gas struts, simple, smart, and field-friendly. Pop one open, and everything is right there. Filters, drains, harness connections. No more wrestling panels like the old days. Caterpillar listened to mechanics. They made this thing easy to live with. At the rear, the ripper assembly is a masterpiece of destruction. The standard single-shank ripper on the 2026 model has been reinforced with a more tapered shank profile and replaceable wear strips. You want to break rock, shale, or ancient frozen ground? This ripper laughs at it. Operators can also configure it with a multi-shank box setup if they're working in agriculture or lighter soils. The hydraulics now respond faster, allowing for quicker plunge and lift, meaning less wasted motion and more ripping per minute. Let's talk lighting, because nighttime work is no excuse for stopping. The 2026 D9T is draped in upgraded LED floodlighting at every corner. They're high-mounted, glare-balanced, and shadow-cut, meaning you get a crisp full view of the ground ahead, behind, and around the blade and ripper. No more dark patches. No more guessing in the dust. One of the biggest exterior upgrades for 2026 is the modular guard system. Operators can now order factory-installed debris screens, rock guards, sidewall reinforcements, and even full forestry protection with limb risers, all designed to bolt on without cutting or welding. Whether you're in a quarry, oil sands, landfill, or timber clearing operation, the D9T can be outfitted for battle straight from the box. But enough staring at the muscle. Let's step into control. Climbing into the cab is now easier thanks to improved access ladders with wider anti-slip treads and larger handrails. And once you swing that door open, the world changes. The interior is no longer the loud, bare metal shaker cage of old bulldozers. This is a command center. The 2026 D9T cab is fully sealed and pressurized with automatic climate filtering, meaning dust, pollen, and job site stench stays outside. The operator sits in a suspension seat that feels more like a premium pickup truck than a construction rig, fully adjustable, heated, cooled, and memory programmed. Yes, memory seats on a Dozer. Welcome to the future. Asterisk, the control layout is ergonomically sculpted around the driver. Right hand on joystick blade control. Left on the ripper lever, all with fingertip precision. No more wrestling hydraulic arms. These electro-hydraulic controls respond instantly with fluid feathering. Perfect for both heavy push and fine finish work. Asterisk, ahead of you is a stack of digital clarity. A large 10-inch full-color touchscreen displays machine vitals, fuel levels, slope angles, grade assist features, and attachment settings. But that's not all. The 2026 D9T now comes with optional 3D grade control integrated directly into the factory system. If you're working off digital site plans, this thing will cut to spec automatically, reducing passes and boosting accuracy. Asterisk, sound deadening. Unreal. Caterpillar puts serious engineering into keeping the roar outside. With new acoustic padding and floating floor mounts, cabin decibel levels drop to under 73 decibels at full throttle. You can literally take phone calls while pushing. And yes, Bluetooth connectivity is standard now, because why not? If you're going to move mountains, you might as well do it with your playlist blasting through high-fidelity cab speakers. Asterisk, in terms of visibility, the cab is surrounded by more glass, high and low, than earlier models. A rear-view camera displays live on-screen, and side visibility is boosted by slimmer post design and high-mount mirrors. The operator can rotate their seats slightly to align more directly with their ripper view. A small but appreciated ergonomic upgrade for long ripping days. Asterisk, under that sloped hood sits the beating heart, a Cat C18 engine refined for 2026. Still an 18.1-litre, inline-6, turbo diesel, but now further optimized for both emissions and torque curve. Expect north of 450 net horsepower to the ground. But that number doesn't tell the whole story. It's not about peak horsepower, it's about sustained push torque. This thing delivers brutal force through every gear with zero drop in momentum thanks to its electronically controlled power management system. Asterisk. The drivetrain is matched to a new heavy-duty planetary pedal shift, transmission with smoother shift logic and better fuel calibration. Operators can switch between manual gear selection, automatic adaptive shifting, or full power mode that holds gears under load like a tug-of-war champion. Asterisk, fuel efficiency improvements. Absolutely. The 2026 D9T can burn up to 8% less fuel compared to prior models thanks to improved combustion mapping and auto-idle shutdown logic. But don't worry, it still sounds mean when you throttle up. Caterpillar didn't silence the soul. They just tuned it. Asterisk, cooling system upgrades ensure this machine can run non-stop in 120-degree desert environments or sub-zero Arctic ice. Reversible fan logic clears debris from radiators automatically. No more sticky dust clogging up airflow and dragging power. Asterisk, now performance in real-world terms. This Dozer isn't just a powerhouse, it's a time saver. In standard heavy push applications, operators report moving 5 to 7% more material per hour compared to the last generation. With grade control enabled, finish passes are cut by half. And with auto-ripper depth control, trenching and subgrade prep are nearly foolproof. Asterisk, operator fatigue drops drastically. Maintenance, downtime drops thanks to predictive diagnostics. Every inch of this machine was engineered for non-stop productivity. It's not just working harder, it's working smarter. Asterisk. Now let's talk money. What does it cost to own one of these steel titans? Asterisk, base price for a standard 2026 Caterpillar D9T with SU blade and single shank ripper. Expect around $1 million to $1.1 million USD, depending on dealer region. Add in grade control, ripper automation, premium lighting, and forestry or guarding packages. You can easily hit $1.3 million to $1.4 million fully loaded. Asterisk, and is it worth it? For big operations, absolutely. This isn't a cost, it's an investment. A properly utilized D9T can move more material than smaller machines combined. often replacing 2 or 3 lower horsepower units on site. It reduces labor. It reduces idle time. It works in the worst conditions. It doesn't quit. Asterisk resale value, nearly unmatched. Used D9 South from 10 years ago still fetch 6 figures. This model will hold even stronger thanks to factory tech and modular upgrades. Asterisk, so who is the 2026 D9T for? This isn't a landscaper's tool. This is for mining companies, highway builders, land development outfits, large ranching operations clearing timber, pipeline contractors tearing through rock. People who don't ask, can it do it? They ask, how fast will it finish? Asterisk, and that's the best way to sum up the 2026 Caterpillar D9T. It's not just a bulldozer. It's a force multiplier, a modern-day gladiator in yellow steel armor, combining brute strength with surgical precision. It respects no obstacle, only the operator behind the controls. Asterisk, if you've ever dreamed of commanding one of the most legendary earth movers on the planet, this is the year to do it. Because the D9T didn't evolve by accident. It evolved through decades of job site strain, operator feedback, engineering discipline, and pure Caterpillar stubbornness. Asterisk, it's stronger, it's smarter, it's tougher, and it's ready.